Left Alliance (UDA) through its chairperson Cecily Mbarire and the leader of majority Kimani Ichungwah now want Azimio leader Raila Odinga held accountable for the mayhem witnessed during Azimio's Wednesday anti-government demonstrations. As Kimani now reports, Ichungwah has pointed an accusing finger at former President Uhuru Kenyatta for sponsoring the protest against the government.
Just a day after the Azimio anti-government demonstrations were marred with chaos leading to destruction of property, UDA chairperson Cecily Mbarire now wants action taken against Azimio leader Raila Odinga over the chaos witnessed yesterday.
We noted concern that unlike before, when the well-orchestrated violence was witnessed in some predictable parts of the country, the perpetrators of these heinous crimes imported the mayhem to other parts of the country. It is sad that as a country, we have allowed Mr. Odinga to run amok by funding violence anytime he's defeated in an election.
The leader of majority in the National Assembly, Kimani Ichungwah, accused former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga of sponsoring and threatening the country's peace through the anti-government protests.
It is quite clear that after every election, Mr. Odinga has found it fit to use bloodshed and anarchy to negotiate himself into power. He is now joined by his sponsor, who to date is yet to believe, as I said, is not in power, and his puppet never got anywhere close to power. And you can see the hands of the sponsor in the activation and mobilization of Mungiki gangs yesterday.
Speaking at the party's headquarters in Nairobi, the leaders have called out Odinga for wanting another handshake through demonstrations, insisting that the protests were not about the high cost of living.
Your campaign of anarchy, your campaign of bloodshed and economic sabotage will not go very far. Kenyans know you, Kenyans know your sponsor, and you must be dealt with decisively. To deal with Mr. Odinga, his sponsor, and all the other economic saboteurs with the full force of the law, and nobody should be spared. Not Mr. Odinga, not his sponsor, not the marauding gangs of Mungiki and other goons that they have mobilized. Nobody should be spared.
As the Azimio coalition points an accusing finger at the government over the protests, the UDA legislators now want the opposition leaders held responsible for the destruction of property witnessed in the country.
It is therefore clear that Azimio leaders behind the wanton destruction of property and acts of lawlessness and loss of lives are guilty of terrorism and must be held to account. We ask the government, machinery, law enforcement and judicial officials to take decisive action on those found culpable for these barbaric acts of violence.
Kimani, Look Up TV.
Now